Now, folks, let's go over to our technology expert at TFNN, folks. Our man, Mr. David White. And, of course, don't forget, David he kicks off TFNN every morning, 9 o'clock, 9 to 10 Eastern Time, before the markets open. You can call in David. You can listen to him. And, folks, you can listen to TFNN now 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you're on the road, just go to, on any mobile device, go to tfnn.mobi. If you have an Apple device, just go to the App Store. There's a TFNN app in there. It's absolutely free. And David has an outstanding newsletter, folks. You can come over and you can test drive that newsletter right here, right now. It's called the Technology Insider. This is an investment newsletter. As you wonder, newsletters, just hit the investment tab, folks, and we're going to let David talk a little bit about it right now. David White, what's going on?
Well, we got some action out there in the market, don't we?
Oh,
It's time to do or die out there.
Yeah, do or die. I feel like I've died 5 times already, man.
yeah, but it's especially when you're trading on the smaller time frames, it becomes seemingly longer, but on investment cycles, it can seem like an eternity. But once it's done, if you're waiting like for 30 days for a stock to come in, it seems like it's on the 30th day. It actually seems like it was just yesterday.
No, you're so right. There's no doubt about it. That is an absolute fact. And when we, talk to me, it's kind of interesting. You had brought up a couple weeks ago 3D, and you brought up printers. What's going on with that whole sector?
Well, it's really starting to take off. We're tracking a couple of those stocks in the newsletter out there that we really like. They've proved themselves, and we'll get into that in another stock that moved today. But what we want to do is watch these stocks break out of basically long-term trading ranges, and we've seen these stocks do that. And now they're coming back into the range where we want to start buying them here fairly shortly. But 3D printers are basically machines that put layer by layer a normally plastic or resin or some kind of plastic-like resin down one sheet at a time, very, very thin.
Okay.
And they build 3D models up. Let's say that you wanted to build a crescent wrench. There are 3D printers. You can put all the things in a CAD program, click a button, and 10, 15 minutes later, you've got a crescent wrench that's fully operational over and out of the machine. Granted, it's made in plastic, but this lets you rapidly prototype all the kind of things that you want to build out there. And these things, used to be $100,000, $150,000. They're down in under the $25,000 range. The starting is about $15,000. But there's a great video out there of Jay Leno. And Jay Leno's, everybody that watches the show knows he's got all those old cars.
Oh, yeah, big time.
100-year-old cars, steam engines and stuff.
Yeah.
He's basically using this to build all the parts. And he's literally scanning the old part in, printing a new one, making a mold out of it, and bingo, he's got a new part for a car that hadn't been built
amazing.
For over 100 years. So what it really means is when there's, all of our tooling and a lot of the people in that industry just all went overseas in the 90s.
Yes.
There's nowhere for you to take it and have somebody build something for you today.
Wow.
In the United States. So now we have tools that will go and actually scan a part, bring it into the computer with something like AutoCAD or something like that. And then you click a button, and this printer will sit there and make layer by layer complex objects that even have moving parts.
That's crazy.
It is.
Hey,
and,
that is amazing.
These things are not.
Stay right
these
there.
Things aren't. Okay.
Folks, you can come over to our website at TFNN. Right in the newsletters, you're going to see the Technology Insider by our man, Mr. David White. This is Tom O'Brien. This is David White. You stay right there. We're coming right back.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is now on sale at Amazon.com for only $27.88. If you have an interest in mastering any market with superior confidence, this book is for you. I will walk you through the subjective theory behind quality, volume, and cause and effect, coupled with the objective aspects of the Tiger-Gottlieb, all the while utilizing risk management and Tiger scaling techniques. This will give you the elements of a successful system that can be profitably applied to any stock, commodity, or future market, any place, anytime. I'm offering a complete educational program, including the book, for only $88. You'll receive a live 2-hour workshop in your city or online, where we get into quality volume, the ABC structure, as well as the never-seen-before Tiger-Gottlieb. These techniques will make you money on a consistent basis. You can go to TFNN.com to see when I will be in your city. Don't let Wall Street eat you alive. It's time for you to rule the markets. Go to TFNN.com and sign up for the workshop coming to your city.
Great Basin Gold is an international gold mining company with 2 producing mines in the world's most prolific gold mining areas, the Hollister Gold Mine on the Carlin Trend in Nevada and the Burnstone Gold Mine in the Wits Basin in South Africa. The Burnstone Mine is a low-cost, long-life, shallow mine that is a company builder, and the Hollister Mine is one of the world's highest-grade ore bodies being mined today. Burnstone offers a huge re-rating potential by producing in the 4th quarter, and Hollister represents a tremendous and very exciting exploration opportunity. With annual production of 165,000 ounces of gold in 2010, 260,000 in 2011, and 330,000 ounces of gold in 2012, Great Basin is poised to become a leading mid-tier gold producer. Great Basin Gold has resources of over 13 million ounces, exceptional organic growth potential at its current mines, and greenfield operations in Tanzania and Mozambique. Great Basin has strong management and a commitment to deliver exceptional value and cash flow to its shareholders, while acting responsibly toward its surrounding communities. To find out more about Great Basin Gold, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the American Stock Exchange, symbol GBG.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And, folks, my new book is at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. It's The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. At both sites, folks, the book is $18.40. We are giving a $10 Tiger Pass back. So the bottom line, if you do buy that book before Sunday midnight, it's all going to be all of $8.40. Workshops. I'm going to be in Boston May 4th, Nashville, New Hampshire May 5th, Denver, Colorado May 17th, Boulder, Colorado on May 18th. All those details on the front page of TFNN. We're talking to our technology expert at TFNN, our man, Mr. David White, and he has a great newsletter as a Technology Insider. You can test drive that, folks, by coming over to our website at TFNN. And the amazing part about this conversation, to me anyway, is that when you hear about a 3D printer, it absolutely blows my mind that you actually get a piece of plastic out of it that you can basically then use to manufacture. That should help our manufacturing business too, David, probably, right?
Well, it's real important when you don't have to send a product out and then get a prototype back in, a week or 2 weeks or whatever it takes, and then it comes back. So if you're really trying to do rapid prototyping, you can have a part real quick. just about every NASCAR team out there has one of these, so that they can make a part, make sure it fits, and then they'll send it out to actually get made in metal or cast or whatever they need to do.
Wow.
But anybody that's in that kind of business now, from a company making jet engines to anything else.
So if you were still racing motorcycles, you'd get one, wouldn't you?
I sure would. But they're just really cool. Basically, most of these things work with thermoplastic that comes off a reel, looks like fishing line.
Okay.
Just feeds into these printers and puts one layer at a time, and by the time you're done, you've got a chest piece or a piece of a gun handle or just about anything you want. They make things up to about 2 foot square, depending on how much money you want to spend. But here's my theory and proposition on this.
Okay.
And that is, when we're at the point now where you can buy one for $15,000 for a business, not all that big a deal.
Yeah.
But if you need some of the heavier capacity things, maybe $15,000. We're already seeing companies put these in a business where you can bring it and do it yourself. And eventually, I think these things are going to drop about another 50% over the next couple of years, and they're going to see the same kind of growth that laser printers and desktop publishing saw in the 80s. And basically, the PR people of these companies have already stated that they think that they can drop the prices with additional volume out there in 50% in a couple of years. So I think this is about the time to start getting into these, as they're going to actually find wide adoption in businesses once the price comes down. And two, you're not going to have one in one company, but maybe 10 in a big company or something like that.
Sure.
And even the small guy will actually be able to buy one fairly soon out there.
Because, well, you know what's interesting about this is that when you actually look back, that the tool business in general, folks, is just an absolutely one of the biggest businesses in the world. You know, everyone, not everyone, but, you have a tool bench, you have your garage, you have, there's the tool business is a big business. This is really just, once it gets down in price, I can see plenty of folks, that are creative saying, hey, I might want to try this, right? Well, in particular, a younger crowd set coming up, right?
Yeah. In fact, some of these device makers have already built them to build custom objects, like on the top of a cake. The husband and wife, scenes and all kinds of other custom things. Now, instead of using the plastic, they're using food and icing. So now they're making these things to go on cakes and special events. There's a couple of companies in New York that are doing a lot of this kind of business and making basically, you want something that looks like whatever you build for your company on, on its 10th anniversary, come and make it. And then, this has gone to the next step, which I think we're going to cover in the next segment, and that is that it's moving into the medical field out there, where they're actually using this and MRIs to go back and make models of the brains before they go back and start working on them.
Oh, man, that's a beautiful thing. You stay right there, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. This is David White. We're going to be right back.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to thefrontoftfnn.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is now on sale on Amazon.com for only $27.88. Welcome back, folks. We're talking with our man, Mr. David White, our technology expert at TFNN. And, folks, you can test drive David's newsletter by coming right over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right under Investment Newsletters. It's the Technology Insider. So talk to me about that they're actually they're doing brain surgery, or they're making parts with these 3D printers now?
They're taking the MRI data, that you normally see on all the television shows where they come in there and go, "Hey,
CSI. I watch CSI all the time."
Well, the problem is that you can see those, but it's kind of hard to get a good idea. Can you really get in there without messing everything up? Where's it going to be?
Okay.
What is it going to look like? What kind of tools do we need to get there? So they're actually building a lot of the parts right from the MRIs. To go back and figure out, okay, is this lump close enough to this? Can we get into it? What's going to happen when we actually open this guy up? This is a picture, but when they get the 3D thing in there, they can go, okay, let's start cutting this out. And they're making it with something a little bit lighter, more like foam. But it allows them to go in there and go, okay, here's what we're looking at. And
it's to test drive it first.
Here. You bet. And a lot of times when these, tumors are real close to something very important, until you get in, it's very hard to see it in your eye. And a lot of these units are being used not only to look at this, but to teach in teaching colleges, so they can go, here it is. Now you can try cutting on this. It's a model of exactly what's in there. What would you do? How would you do it? Where are you going to come in? How are you going to come out?
Wow.
And basically, as a teaching model in some colleges, and teaching colleges for medicine and that. But, a lot of times when you build one of these things, you really don't know how they're going to get used. There's always something out there that no one ever thought of.
Yeah.
And that's it. But, if you need to make concept models or even in-use parts, if it's in low volume, manufacturing tools, so you can make a mold of it, and even functional prototypes out there.
No, it's amazing.
To test them in the real world, it gives you a way to do it. And like I said, most of the big manufacturing and tooling companies over here left to go overseas. In fact, you can't hardly find it. Most of the stuff has been sold overseas. So we actually have a way of getting something done in a hurry in the United States. And it's not something you really need to know a lot about if you can draw it or you can scan it. There's a great piece out there on the web where someone's just using the scanner.
Okay.
The scanner's about $3,000 or $3,500. He points it at a thing. It sits there and rotates it around for about 10 minutes. Pretty soon you have a CAD drawing of it in your Autodesk 3D Studio or whatever you're using. And you click a button and you come back in 20 minutes and it's ready to go.
I'll tell you, it's amazing how bright people are out there. I mean, just someone that made that, number one. And I'm sure that these operating surgeons absolutely have to love it. I have a couple surgeon friends, and it's amazing, folks, is that these guys, I mean, they're not only on their feet the whole time, but they absolutely love what they do. But I can see how that, when you have something like that their probabilities go up also, that, okay, I'm going to be able to fix this and help this person, just as you say, whether it's your eyes, you start dealing with your brain and your ears and all that. That's pretty intense, man. That's amazing, man.
And here's the closer for the proposition. I think back to the early days around 1976, 78, when I was buying kits to put them together to build my own home computer.
Yes. That's crazy.
Probably the most popular kit out there right now that people are doing the same thing that happened in the late 70s with computers.
Yes.
Is happening with 3D printers. There's all kinds of guys, they've gotten together, they've written the software, they've designed something that they can build at home for about $1,000, and it's not great. It's nothing you would ever sell. It's the same thing like a computer back in the late 70s. What did it do? Well, a lot of blinking lights, and I could play Space Invaders, but it wasn't something you can really use in business. But there's that core of people out there, and there's enough of them that are willing to get into this thing and spend huge amounts of their time because they really love these kind of devices out there. And I can see that's the kind of thing where someone says, I'd love to have something like that. I just can't, justify $15,000. And when these things come down, I think they're going to come down, and we're going to find a lot of people starting to build small products in their house.
Yeah, because you get into
hobbyists.
Now, I agree, man. Angie has a couple ideas, with some real creative stuff. And I'll tell you, if it was a couple grand, I'd go out and buy one and start playing with it and say, okay, let's see if we can make a model here. Because that's what does stop people, because the original model, when you get a good idea, costs so much money.
I actually was looking at a product, I don't know, it was probably 10 years ago, and asked several people in the city to go back and look at building a product for me. And they wanted like $80,000 for the tooling and everything else.
Yes.
I said, I just don't understand this. I said, these people are selling this thing for $5. If they sold 1 million of them for $5, they still wouldn't get into what think you're going to charge for this thing. How can that be?
Right.
And you just found out that there are people working over in Asia for a fraction of that. For a fraction of those dollars that are going to make injection molds for you, and so you really can't deal with a lot of people on this side of the pond anymore. This really gives you a leg up to get something done. It's right. You've got you can hand these things to people, and you can check them out. You can make sure that it fits in something else.
Yes.
You can get everything perfect, and then that you can go and one time get it right.
That's awesome, man. Let's switch gears for a second, because this past week, and I suspect you're going to know something about this, cloud computing, Amazon, basically, the news. Actually, when we were on last week, I think that's when it happened, right? When we were actually on the air, or maybe Monday or Tuesday. So what exactly happened at Amazon?
Basically, they decided to do an upgrade in the middle of the day to their routers. Initially, everybody thought, since there was tornadoes around there, that it had hit a power station. But later on, everybody kind of pieced together what they'd done.
Okay.
And if you want to think about it as a highway, think that they went to divert one lane and fixed one lane and accidentally made every lane on the highway blocked.
Wow.
And that's basically what happened. They changed software on one router, and it basically shut everything down on Amazon's cloud computing platform.
Holy cow. You stay right there, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. This is David White. We're going to be coming right back.
some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is now on sale at Amazon.com for only $27.88. If you have an interest in mastering any market with superior confidence, this book is for you. I will walk you through the subjective theory behind quality, volume, and cause and effect, coupled with the objective aspects of the Tiger-Gartley, all the while utilizing risk management and Tiger scaling techniques. This will give you the elements of a successful system that can be profitably applied to any stock, commodity, or future market, any place, anytime. I'm offering a complete educational program, including the book, for only $88. You will receive a live 2-hour workshop in your city or online, where we get into quality volume, the ABC structure, as well as the never-seen-before Tiger-Gartley. These techniques will make you money on a consistent basis. You can go to TFNN.com to see when I will be in your city. Don't let Wall Street eat you alive. It's time for you to rule the markets. Go to TFNN.com and sign up for the workshop coming to your city.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Don't forget, you can test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
And folks, over at Amazon.com as well as Barnes & Noble, my book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is only $18.40 right now. We have a special going on from now until Sunday night at midnight, folks. If you buy the book out there, bottom line, you're going to get a $10 Tiger Pass credit per book. That's good at TFNN. So if you're looking for some presents, 3 or 4 books, you'll get a Tiger Pass of $30 or $40. Bottom line, it nets out at about $8.40 a book. David, talk to me about, routers now. We got a few more minutes here. What's going on with the router business?
Well, we've been talking about the whole transition over from IPv4 to IPv6.
Yes.
And today we had our favorite in the router market actually pop about 20% out there.
Whoa.
Now, before everybody gets all excited, this is just like all the other ones we've been talking about on the radio out here, like JDSU and Broadcom. Yeah. These things are all going to come back. But what we wanted them to do was prove themselves.
Yes.
And today we had the one we like the best prove itself out there, and just a massive amount of new business out there. And a lot of it's new business totally, but a lot of it is people moving up in routers and getting the first routers are just going to start shipping here in about 2 weeks in the United States that actually support IPv6 for this company. So we've talked about that a little bit, but basically there's a standards change in the internet, and we're running out of addresses. So it is a big issue, and we're just starting to see routers out there that support this new standard, and we'll be out of addresses about September. And in another article out there today that I have in my newsletter, we're talking about 4 websites that are actually making a market in old IPv4 addresses, like you make a market in gold.
Yeah,
so
because
they are starting to be worth something.
Right. It makes sense because there's no more of it, right? Yeah, there's no.
It's gone. Microsoft tried to buy 600,000 of them for about $10 a piece out there and kind of set the market. Actually, Google's trying to come in and now buy the ones that they were trying to buy by offering the bankruptcy court from Nortel a little bit more money. So now there's even a bidding war.
I didn't realize that's what it was. I saw that come across the tape. Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, this is mostly because the United States has decided to just wait until the roof comes down on them, on the whole thing,
like the deficit,
before they actually do anything. They're just not moving along. But what we saw now is in the rest of the world, not so much in the United States, but this company, I listened to their whole hour of conference call out there. They're really seeing a huge move right now in this whole IPv4 to IPv6 issue. And I think that we're going to get serious about it here in the United States on, I think it's June 8th or 9th.
Okay.
It's got to be a Saturday. Google and Yahoo and Microsoft with their Bing and all these people are going to get together and test IPv6 for one day out there and try to get a little buzz going on. Know people that the end of IPv4 is coming, and you need to get on board. So I think if anybody wants to be in these stocks, they're probably going to want to be in them before all the news hits the fan.
No doubt.
That's going to probably be in June.
Amazing. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN, and you'll see right on the newsletter. Hit newsletter tab, hit investment newsletters. It's the Technology Insider. You can test drive that right now. Have that on your desktop on Monday morning. Folks, don't forget, if you haven't if you're at a computer right now, Tiger TV. We have Tiger TV up, and what's that all about? Bottom line is that you get the audio, you get the video, live. It's on demand. You have it all. And, of course, don't forget, well, first off, I want to thank everyone for listening. We really do appreciate it. We've been growing by leaps and bounds, and we really do appreciate it. The programming starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, folks, and we go right down to 6 o'clock. David White, you have a great weekend, safe weekend. And, folks, always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows, and whatever you want in life, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here. Thanks, David. Look forward to the show Monday. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.
Great Basin Gold is an international gold mining company with 2 producing mines in the world's most prolific gold mining areas, the Hollister Gold Mine on the Carlin Trend in Nevada and the Burnstone Gold Mine in the Wits Basin in South Africa. The Burnstone Mine is a low-cost, long-life, shallow mine that is a company builder, and the Hollister Mine is one of the world's highest-grade ore bodies being mined today. Burnstone offers a huge re-rating potential by producing in the 4th quarter, and Hollister represents a tremendous and very exciting exploration opportunity. With annual production of 165,000 ounces of gold in 2010, 260,000 in 2011, and 330,000 ounces of gold in 2012, Great Basin is poised to become a leading mid-tier gold producer. Great Basin Gold has resources of over 13 million ounces, exceptional organic growth potential at its current mines, and greenfield operations in Tanzania and Mozambique. Great Basin has strong management and a commitment to deliver exceptional value and cash flow to its shareholders while acting responsibly toward its surrounding communities. To find out more about Great Basin Gold, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the American Stock Exchange, symbol GBG.